guys, it's time for episode 8. I can't even believe it. It's episode 8. Holy smokes. Pretty soon I'll be saying 9 and then 10 and then 11 and then 20, then 50, then who knows, right? So I've just been staring at this bridge, hoping that a train would kind of come on by and grace us with his presence, but looks like we're gonna miss out. We get a cool view of the university in the background, some bus activity and whatnot. Alright, I guess I'm giving up on this train. Was there one close? Oh, of course, the second I move. Of course. Oh well, we still got to see one. Looking pretty good. Alright, so I thought with this episode, we'd take a bit of a break from the trains. We'll worry about the cargo lines, and then maybe bringing in a separate residential or like passenger line. Worry about that next episode. In this episode, I want to put in some subway stations and basically just build some metro lines for us. So without further ado, let's just jump into that. And as promised, I'll do this in the end of the episode. What I'm going to do is I'll pause, take a little bit of a break, and I'm going to do a little bit of off-camera building. I'm going to put in some new parks, and I'm going to name them after some of you awesome guys. And gals, I should say, too. But again, like if you don't see your name, oh my goodness, please don't be offended. You know I love you. Oh my goodness, don't take this stuff to heart, okay? So stay tuned for that, and that'll be happening just yet, like in the latter half of the episode. But first things first, let's just jump in and build some metro lines. So I would like to pause the game just so we don't really run into. I don't really think anything's overly balanced. Yeah, we've got like a huge demand for residential. You can kind of see just in terms of how the new industrial sector is panning out. We've got lots of abandoned buildings simply because we weren't able to get them workers in time. But this is a little bit of a side project right now. We're putting this on hold. Eventually what we'll do is we'll fill this area out with more industry, and then on this side we'll work this into a forestry specialization zone. And possibly, if the space will permit, maybe we can put some office towers, just so we can kind of have some mixed use for this space over here. But that's hypothetical. We'll see how that goes. This episode, like I said, is just for metro lines, and maybe a bus line or two. Who knows? But yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So I have in my mind a loose idea of how I want to have the metro lines go through the city. But basically, it's going to be just like one kind of going like this, making this shape up here. And we'll have another one that goes straight the whole way like that. And then we'll have one that kind of connects inward just to the city like that. We'll make a few. And you can have overlapping lines. They'll kind of use the same tunnels and stations. And I'll show you a little bit more what I mean by that once we put these down. Okay, so first things first, let's start at the university. I'm going to put one near the bus stop just so people, you know, they're actually going to use them. And our next one, again, kind of close to bus stops. And we'll go in town over here. Yeah, we'll go right here. And now this one, I'll just kind of loop this around. And I'd like to keep this close to the train station, just in case people want the old plan B. And then same with this guy. Actually, you know what we'll do? I'm going to put one more new road in here. And I think what we're going to end up doing is building a little mini new bus terminal over here just to service the industrial portions. So it'll be similar to the other transportation hub, but this one will be a little bit smaller. Yeah, so we'll connect like that. Okay, and I think we need one more down at this edge of the town. And I think that's okay, because we've pretty much got a nice healthy bus network covering this zone. So the rails, like the subway, they're pretty expensive. So we're not going to go too crazy on them. Okay, so let's connect these guys all up. Oh, actually, let's go straight road for a little bit first. I would like to have some symmetry with these guys. Alright. And we're off. Great. Oh, actually, you know what? Just for the look's sake, I'll just do a straight line like this. And a straight line like that. That way it's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. Alright, now we just need one more for our transportation hub. Can we fit one? Oh, we can just go right in the center here. Can we? Oh, we can go right here too. Yeah, let's go right there. That way we don't have to worry about taking out any of the pedestrian pathways. And then this guy will just draw just like a straight right over to there. Cool. And when we beef up this area, what we'll eventually do is we'll add one more right here, and we'll just make kind of a crosstown connection. But that'll be for a later day. Alright, so right now let's make our metro lines. So just like any bus line, you're going to have to draw the route. Or just like any transportation line, I should say. So this first one, this will just be our crosstown. Alright, so we go over to here. And we can end this one like that. I think that's actually not the worst. Or what we could do is we can continue it all the way up to here. That way people don't have to switch lines. But what we're going to have to do, you see how we have an incomplete line still? We've now got to go backwards through the stops. Yep, that's perfect. And you can take a different path going home, which is really cool. I'm just going to follow the exact same one, though, just for simplicity. There, so that's now completed the line. You'll see that there's no more of those broken line symbols. And what we'll do, just like we've been doing with the rest of them, is, oops, we're going to change the color. That way we can see how the different lines are looking. And so this one will make our red line. I hope that's not too confusing with the buses like that. I think we're okay. And again, line creation, so we're going to start over here. And we don't need to go to the university, simply because there's a bus. Actually, you know what, let's just give people options. Heck, why not? This will be a very short line. I don't know if this will be overly efficient or not. So this way, now that we've got a subway and a bus, hopefully neither should be too crowded, just in terms of getting people to and from our university. Oh, okay, good. My heart sank. I was like, why did that not complete? Oh goodness, what have we done wrong? Alright, so we're going to create a new line from here. There we go, create a new line. And we're going to go back over here. And this one will stop, say, right here. And if people need to, then they'll switch over. But it just gives them a couple spots for them to switch their lines. And you know what we could do? Just so that people, if they want, they can take this line, hypothetically, to get back into the transportation zone. We're going to service down here as well. We'll just come back this way for the return trip. And just go right back to our starting point. Cool. And I'd like to change this color as well. I'm only changing them just so they're off the default color. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I clicked the wrong guy. Alright. Let's do it from over here. There we go. And this one, well, we'll do purple. And I'm going to do one more line. And this one you'll see, we'll just go from here. And this will just go the whole way up. Cool. And we'll just complete that guy. Right on. Now, can I get lucky? Yeah, maybe not. I don't know the best way to go about clicking on the line that you're after. See how I'm kind of stuck every time I go, it brings up the green one? I don't know if there's a way around that. Unless, oh, there is. You click on the start point down there. That's good. Good to know. In my mind, that should be a little bit easier. Let me make this a yellow line. Cool beans. And take a look. Our people are actually using the bus. That's really neat. And we have a few tourists coming in. Alright, so that's our metro lines essentially done. Let's just kind of run the clock and see if we can see people going into them. Because now, hypothetically, we're going to cut down on traffic that's going to the buses. Oh yeah, there's people going in. Alright, cool. It works, we did it! Alright, so everything in conjunction should hopefully help keep the roads nice and clear. Oh, I hear an airplane. And this area is, honestly, this is cool stuff. We have made some neat improvements to the city over the last few episodes. I am very happy. Okay, so let's just do a little bit more beefing up of this area just super quickly, because you can kind of see we've got huge demand for people, and we have no people coming in, so. Let's pause this so no one starts moving out in our industrial sector. And what I'll do is I'm basically going to create these sectioned off neighborhoods within the city itself. So to get from these two spots, there's only going to be this road. And it's a little bit of a test. What I'm kind of hoping to do is to force more people to start using the Porter Washington Parkway, because there's really not too much traffic on it. And I had a little bit of an idea too. What I want to do is bring the highway in, as you guys know, and we'll do a direct off-ramp that leads right onto the parkway. So hopefully people will be forced to kind of take it in a little bit further. So if nothing else, at least this area will get a little bit of action. But over here it might just be a little bit more decoration than anything else right now. But there's a few cars here and there, so not the worst. Okay, so let's build ourselves a little bit of a neighborhood over here. And it's going to be kind of like a mixed use, because I do want to have some, yeah, like I said, some residential, and you can see most of this already is offices. Alright, so hopefully these intersections won't be too close to one another. And I wonder if I'm okay to do this because of the bus stop right there. Yeah, I can, but I have to go a little bit further down, so that's not the end of the world. And do these guys connect? They don't, so that's fine. We'll just keep them unconnected. Like I said, we'll just use this. And if super needs be, we can always do another bridge of like one of the larger roads to bring it over, but honestly, I think we're okay. Because what we'll do is a continuation of this style of neighborhoods. So we'll kind of make the little suburb style layout right here, and then we'll keep this side of the tracks in this little area right here, a little bit more high density, and hopefully that'll satisfy our needs. Alright, so let's go actually high density right here, and a lot of demand for commercial, so we'll put some more commercial in too. And going back to what I said earlier about that sound barrier thing, I'm just going to put a little bit of office towers right there. And once we really beef up the area and put all our trees and stuff in, that's when we'll start exploring noise pollution. So I'll just show you guys really quick right now. You can see we got a few hot zones. Really, the main areas you can see is just wherever you put the train tracks or the train stations in. That's the areas that'll feel it the most. And then same with the subway. They actually create a lot of noise too. So later on, we'll find creative, fun ways to kind of bring down the noise pollution. But for the moment, it's not that much of a problem. And like I've been saying, kind of before here and there, we can offset the negative effects of the noise pollution if we just kind of make sure all the rest of the services and everything are nice and healthy and beefed up. All right, so let's just do a little bit more drawing in here. I think that might actually help with the sound a bit more too. And I don't want traffic to get, too bunched up on these back streets. Alright. And I've been debating whether or not to zone off here, and I think I kind of want to. So what we'll do is we'll just do a few office towers, and let's just do some high density right there. And let's do something like that too. And it would be kind of cool if we could get one condo thing right in here. Who knows? Let's see how that one looks. I don't want to do too much zoning here though, but I do want to encourage people just to, you know, take the buses, so it's kind of a, you know, 50-50 right here. We'll see how this one goes. Alright, well, do we have pipes? We kind of do. Almost on the whole area. Because I was thinking of just pressing play and seeing how this goes, now that we've got a little bit more building. And, you know, kind of going back to what I was saying earlier, especially with the high density and at this point of the city, just do little bits at a time, because you don't really want to overdo it and throw off the RCI demand a little bit too much. Because if you keep creating yourself headaches, then, you know, people will start moving out, and then you'll notice your budget will start to disappear and dwindle, and everything will just unfortunately go downhill. Alright. Now, what we could do is, and actually I think I will do this, just because I really want people to use the highway. And so what I'm going to do, see if this will be simple. I think it will be. I'm cutting my luck here with intersection spacing. So we'll see how this goes. This is a little bit of a test. And what we could do as well is just go like that, one way, and one way. And we'll just do a little bit more zoning. And yeah, let's do some low density commercial right here. And don't be afraid to keep mixing it up. Like, don't feel like you have to do only high density. I'm just gonna make a little corridor of high density stuff right here, but I know this neighborhood, like extension in this little part right here, this is all going to be, you know, a little bit lower density. And I hope traffic doesn't become too bad off these guys. I don't see it being that bad, especially if we add just one more street, just like this. Do I need to zone more? I do. Alright. Oh gosh, this has been so good. And because our services were beefed up the previous episode, I think we're okay for them. Let's just run through them all right now. So power, we're not like starting to slip, but we're like getting there, you know? Same with water and stuff. We're actually almost at the point where we need to do a nice big overhaul and everything. But in terms of like services like, you know, healthcare and education and fire and stuff, that should all be okay. That's kind of what I meant. Yeah, things are looking good. Oh, this crime rate almost non-existent the entire time we've been playing. And education, you can kind of see where the new buildings are coming in. They're not really getting too educated. And over here might just be just out of reach. So let's put in a new... There we go. That is school right there. That should help. And I think we actually might need one up here as well, which is no problem. Oh, and I downloaded some new assets. I totally forgot. Here are some right now. So we've got an old high school. So this one just looks a little bit different. It's going to serve the same purpose as a high school. Maybe we can put one down actually, just right over here. There's no, like, I don't say there's no need for it, but coverage is good. But I'll just show you guys what it looks like. That's kind of fun, right? So, you know, maybe we'll keep that. That is kind of nice. And we're hearing lots of leveling up sounds. So actually, I think it's a good thing to put in. And actually, we're making more money than we had before it went down. So we're definitely going to keep it now. Okay, another one I got was an old university too. So just for, you know, if we wanted to, we can mix this up. Change that to... Because I can try making a different university campus. Oh, this one's very expensive. I don't necessarily want to put it down. I'll just show you guys. That's okay. What's money amongst friends, right? So this one, I feel like this one has a cool kind of like older style feel to it, you know? Whereas the other one definitely was a much more modern facility. So we don't need that, but that was a fun way to waste 20,000 credits. Oh my goodness, and all these sad faces. I'm so sorry. Ah. But no, for the moment, this one university is definitely doing its job. And actually, let's check on our statistics here. Cool, people are using the subway, and more people are using the bus. And people are using trains. This is great. Really, I thought our numbers would be a little bit higher, just given the fact that we have a population of almost 13,000 people now. That's really cool. The city is a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be by this point. But all this new development, obviously, that's bumping the population right up. Alright, so let's fill this area in a little bit more as well. And we'll keep this a little bit separate, because I want to put some trees and stuff. Oh, wouldn't it be wicked if sheer happenstance would allow these guys to lie? Oh my goodness. How did that just happen? Okay, so that's a one-way road. That still is fine for me. And that's a one-way coming in, so let's just do... Oh, actually, no, you know what? We're going to keep it somewhat simple. Alright, let's just try something cool. No, we didn't go far enough. Alright, well, so much for being cool. This looks a little generic. But I still like it. And now I wonder if we just go like that, just so like visually it looks a little different, you know? But I don't necessarily want people to cut right through here. I'd rather have them use down there to go through. Okay, so yeah, you know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna change the direction of this street. Yeah, that's fine. And then from here onward, I want this to be actually a one-way. And we'll just do it with the trees. There, that's okay. And then again, the goal of this is just to force a little bit more traffic onto the 6-lane road. And these guys, they might have to be bumped to a 6-lane. So we have a little bit of a backup. Visually, I do like the look of the median, but I think just in the name of helping traffic, let's upgrade that road right there. These kind of fine-tuning things we're gonna have to keep a little bit more of an eye on as we grow the city, because we don't want to create like bottlenecks, then headaches, and then problems that are kind of, you know, cascading on top of problems. So, all right, so let's zone and fill in this spot right here. And again, this will just be our high density zoning. Because really, we need to get workers for our new industrial park. Industrial park plural, I should say. Now these people are not going to be happy with all the noise from the trains right here, but that's okay. We'll put in some trees and we'll do some beautification to the area. And that'll make a world of difference. Okay. Okay, cool, nice. Actually, speaking of doing some upgrades to the water and stuff. So the first thing we'll definitely do is place the crematorium. I think we'll save the water treatment for when we do, I'm just going to pause the game. For when we do a little bit of a revamp to our water system in general. But what we'll do is we'll get rid of these nasty polluters and we'll switch them over to water treatment so that the water that's flowing out of them is like significantly cleaner. And then we'll start to reduce this big yucky zone for, you know, for our harbor over here. All right, so crematorium, what I like to do is I think we actually, oh, wait, we have that guy. We might need a second graveyard over here. Oops, it's under death care. Oh no, I take that back. Coverage is okay. But same with the incinerators. What we're going to do is basically have kind of a couple at each of these guys. And that'll just essentially ensure that there's a free space at the graveyard. And I don't know how long it takes, but yeah, there's just they'll burn the bodies or they'll bury them, and then they'll dig up the ones that they buried, and then they'll bury new ones and burn. I don't really know the process, but it's kind of morbid and creepy, right? But oh well, c'est la vie, fact of life. So that's 2 right there to serve that guy, and we'll put 2 over here as well. I believe that's a parking lot. That's right. And kind of say they do make people happy, so it's not like we're doing bad stuff by putting them so close to our residence. And oh geez, we need a few more over here. So our budget is nice and healthy. I don't know what these guys are costing us. Oh, 720. Oh my, these are very expensive, but very necessary. So definitely have to put those in. There's 2 for you. And finally, we'll just do our last couple over here. Great. And we'll just turn that. And actually, you can kind of see now that we have all these new people coming in, not as many of our industrial buildings are showing a demand for workers. And you can see we have a little bit less abandonment, so this area does look a little bit nicer. Starting to spruce in. Over here, we definitely need more people. But we're not going to get more people moving in until we give them a little bit more shopping, it looks like. So you know what, maybe we can drop in. So this will be a little bit noisy, but I think it's okay. Just a few shops. And then once the shops come in, that'll push a little bit more demand for residential, so we can just go like that. There we go. Oh, did we miss pipes over here? We must have. No, actually, you know what? We're just at that magic spot where we're out of water, and our pressure, you can kind of see, is just not enough to keep up with the system. All right, so you know what I think we'll do, guys? I think we'll end the episode here, and very productive. This was a good one. I'm happy with the way our metro line turned out. I'm just going to turn this down to 1 speed right now. But yeah, so what we'll do is, well, when I say end the episode, I'm gonna pause it. I'm going to put in the new parks, and then I'm going to release the name for the university. I meant to say that earlier. So give me 2 seconds, guys. Stay tuned. It'll be a couple minutes for me, obviously, but 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Well, hello again, guys. Thanks for sticking around. So as promised, I'm going to be releasing the name of our university and its official sports team. And just a little bit of a special thank you to a few of you. I've got some new parks down, and a couple of random things too, which I hope will get a little bit of a chuckle out of you guys. So first things first, drum roll please, our handsome university. Dun, 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 dun. So the credit goes to Devin Bacher, and the name of our university team is the Universitrees, which I think is like the coolest thing ever. So thank you for that. So we're at Lakewood University, because the name of our town. And I think that was Porter Washington who actually gave us that suggestion. And yeah, home of the Universitrees, which is actually pretty funny. And I liked the other suggestions so much that actually what I did do was download some other stadiums. And I'm going to use those later on in the series. So just stay tuned. You'll see your name kind of pop up later on, and it's kind of fun. So some shout outs right here. So for the Grim Reaper, he's a funny guy. Always makes such interesting comments. Most of them are pretty morbid, but I get a good laugh out of all of them. So this is officially your office. If you want to take up residence in the city, feel free. This is a place you can work. And Saints1317, always a friendly comment to start my day. I get so many from you, so thank you very much. Appreciate that. And 1000 Liquid Reasons, I've made a basketball court just for you. Hopefully when people are playing, they'll appreciate all your love and support. Otherwise, it wouldn't exist without you. So thanks for all your comments and everything. And Shirelli Sirius, I made a little park just for you. You're also a great great fan. You always leave such pleasant comments for me to read. And I know you live such a busy lifestyle, and you're always trying to fit me in, so that means so much to me. And to everyone else, honestly, I'll totally put more down, so please don't feel like this is it. As you can see, we've got plenty of space, and you know I love all of you. Oh my goodness, please. You know this is not picking favorites or anything like that. Well, it kind of is, but you know what I mean. It's nothing like that. So, yeah, that's all, guys. Thank you very much. And let me just show you some quick little things I added in. So I put in just one more little pump right here. That's why you're not really seeing anyone complain about missing out on some water. And I added this guy right here. And we'll talk a little bit more about these guys in the next episode. But I think that's it for this one. So thanks as always for stopping by, and thanks for sticking around for the little bit of a bonus content at the end right here. Alright guys, thanks so much. So in the next episode we'll work on beefing up this area. We'll fill in a little bit of the holes right over here. We'll buy some more plots of land possibly, and we'll see how our expansion goes. And I guess on that note, I'll sign off here and wish you all a great rest of the day. Alright, thanks for everything. See you again.